Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've ever messed around with earning free crypto, you already know the grind. Today, we're running a high-performance financial coaching session to completely overhaul your approach. We're going to take those tiny, seemingly insignificant app earnings and transform them into a legitimate, long-term financial foundation. Think of me as your investment coach for the next few minutes. We aren't just playing around with apps today. We're building real wealth architecture. Okay, let's kick things off with a hard truth. If you're spending minutes on faucets, answering surveys, or, playing casual games just to cash out a few cents and spend it right away, you're stuck in a really bad habit. You're basically burning energy for immediate, zero-impact gratification. It's a mindset that just keeps you running on a treadmill. But what if those pennies aren't just spare change? What if they're actually the foundational seeds of a serious investment portfolio? All right, here's our game plan for today. We're going to break down the micro-earner trap, introduce you to the crypto stacking playbook, and then run through two phases, the collection and transfer and grow. Finally, we'll lock in that micro-investor mindset. So let's dive right into part one, the micro-earner trap, and exactly why your current strategy is probably failing.
Digital dust. I mean, the name itself sounds totally dismissive, right? Like something you just brush right off your desk. And honestly, that's exactly how most people treat it. They see a payout of, say, 25 cents in Bitcoin and think, well, why even bother? This isn't going to change my life. But listen, from a coaching perspective, discarding that digital dust is literally the biggest mistake you can make. Because those cents, they are your raw material.
To win at this, you've got to make a massive mindset shift. You need to stop acting like a micro-earner. A micro-earner is always looking for that immediate gratification. They scrape together a few dollars of digital dust and boom, they cash it out for a cup of coffee. A micro-investor, though, they operate with absolute discipline. They treat those small incremental earnings as real capital. They see that free money not as a latte, but as a seed that, if planted correctly, is going to generate its own passive income.
Moving on to part two, it's time to introduce the crypto stacking playbook and build a completely new financial foundation.
Enter crypto stacking. This is our core methodology for maximizing your digital wealth through compound interest. It's all about moving you away from stagnant funds. Crypto stacking is really about momentum. We aren't just earning crypto to let it sit in some dormant wallet gathering dust. No way. We're systematically gathering it from free sources and strategically migrating it into accounts that actually pay us simply for being there. We are putting that money to work. Now, there are exactly two operational drills in this playbook. First, gathering the assets, we call that the collection phase. And second, putting them to work, the transfer and grow phase. As your coach, I need you executing both of these steps absolutely flawlessly, because if you do one without the other, the whole strategy just collapses. All right, let's break down part three, phase one, the collection. This is all about creating a steady inflow. Here's your starting roster of players for the collection phase. Each of these offers a specific low-effort reward to help build your initial stack. We've got Freecash, Cointiply, and the CryptoTab Browser. The real beauty of this lineup is how it diversifies your effort. You've got active tasks, habitual claims, and entirely passive background operations, all feeding directly into your digital foundation. The crucial point here is that active tools like Freecash and Cointiply allow for rapid accumulation with an incredibly low barrier to entry. Freecash is just fantastic for its efficiency. They offer lightning-fast payouts, meaning you can withdraw with as little as 25 cents. Pretty crazy, right? Then you have Cointiply, which is a total veteran in the space. It provides this steady drumbeat of income by letting you claim free coins from a faucet every single hour. But hey, if you want a completely passive approach for your inflow, the CryptoTab Browser is where it's at. It mines Bitcoin automatically while you just browse the internet like you normally would. I mean, you're already searching the web, watching videos, reading articles anyway, right? This tool takes that exact same behavior and turns it into a background mining operation, silently sweeping up that digital dust without you having to lift an extra finger. Now we move to part four, phase two, transfer and grow. Guys, this is the absolute secret sauce of the whole explainer. Listen closely, you absolutely cannot let your earnings sit stagnant in those collection apps. That's a critical failure. You've got to transfer them into a digital vault to actually activate that growth. A digital vault is basically an exchange or platform capable of generating passive yield. Think of it like a high-performance engine. Your digital dust is the fuel, and once you drop it into the vault, that engine starts purring. Platforms like Binance offer the exact tools you need for this, specifically savings and locked staking, to make your free money generate even more money, totally automatically. Through their Binance Earn suite, you can drop your newly acquired crypto into a savings account for maximum flexibility. Or you can use locked staking, where you commit your funds for a set period of time to earn a significantly higher interest rate.
Now, this number right here, this should be a massive wake-up call. Holding Bitcoin in a Binance savings account can yield daily interest rates of around 1.2% or more, literally just for letting it sit there. I mean, really think about the math on that. You took free money that you earned while, I don't know, waiting in line at the grocery store, and you placed it into an account that pays you daily interest. You are quite literally getting paid to do absolutely nothing but hold on to an asset you got for free. How cool is that?
And what this does is build a powerful, two-pronged growth engine. You're combining your stacked daily interest with the potential long-term market growth of the cryptocurrency itself. So not only is your stack of coins physically growing larger every single day because of that interest accumulation, but the underlying value of those coins is potentially appreciating in the global market too. It's this incredible compounding effect that turns pennies into a real, legitimate portfolio over time. Which brings us to our final section, Part 5, the micro-investor mindset and the psychology of winning. Look, a strategy is only as good as the player executing it. This playbook requires immense patience to hit those payout thresholds and the iron discipline to never, ever liquidate your digital vault for a quick consumer purchase. Let me be clear, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're looking for overnight wealth, you are definitely in the wrong locker room. You're going to face what I call the discipline dap, that overwhelming urge to cash out the $20 you've stacked just to buy a quick meal. You have to train your brain to see that $20 not as spending money, but as working capital. You really have to treat these small app earnings as a true contribution to your future self. You've got to stop treating these apps as a quirky little hobby and start treating them as a contribution to your financial architecture. Every single task you complete, every hour you claim from a faucet, every fraction of a cent you mine in the background, it is a brick in the foundation of your financial future. You are building an architecture of passive digital growth. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I've got a challenge for you. The coaching session is over, and it's time for you to hit the field. The very next time you hit that 25-cent payout on an app, what is your play going to be? Are you going to be a micro-earner and just throw it away on some fleeting impulse? Or are you going to step up, act like a micro-investor, lock it away in your digital vault, and let compound interest do the heavy lifting for your future? The choice is entirely yours. Keep stacking.